Hello, legends and super legends. Guess who's in the studio? Paul is right here. Paul Ilunga, one of the founding members of the channel.
Finally.
Yeah, so we got Paul in the studio today. What we're trying to do today is Paul got a couple of projects we're working on. We're going to take his white bike to the next level. He's got a few little cosmetic, aesthetic issues we'll work on. Then we're also going to, his saddle broke. The seat post broke on a ride 2 weeks ago, when we were riding on a Sunday, because the bolt was compromised. So now he's finally got it like I have on the Colnago, the same exact seat post with a setback, which is what he needs. He's got a 73-degree angle. But he tried to do the fit by the numbers that he has, his records, and he's having some challenges. I told him just bring it and we'll get it nailed in. But what we really want to talk about right now is, I get a lot of messages from people. They're all great. They're complimenting me on the work of the channel. But this one really moved me. The guy's name is Ervin Kroeker, K-R-O-E-K-E-R. And when I'm doing in post-production, I will put the text up here so you guys can see the words, his words. But I have to read this to you. It's very important because Paul shares a similar testimony. This guy said to Veloharmony, he said, the topic of the email is, had to let you know. He said, this is a testimony. Been riding for 30 years, and I heard you talk about riding in the saddle. After lowering my saddle 4 centimeters, which is a little less than Paul and a little more than, what's his name, Frankie.
Yeah, mine was 5 centimeters.
Yours was 5 centimeters, Frankie was about 3.
Yeah.
This guy's in the middle. He said, after lowering my saddle 4 centimeters, I went for a ride, and all of a sudden, it was like, this is what he meant by riding in a saddle. For 30 years, I've been riding on the saddle and not in the saddle. It was like, how could I have not known about this? I have read, I have adjusted, I have moved up, moved down, bought new saddles many times, had bike fits trying to find the right fit. With the information that you have given me, I now feel that this, at last, I have got it right. Thank you, and yes, the saddle was too high, and after 30 years lowering it and now riding in the saddle, he said, thanks, I will keep watching Veloharmony, you're the man. And when I read that at first to Paul, Paul laughed because he went through the same thing, buying all kinds of stuff. You know, you go to the bike shop, they want to sell you a gel saddle or this or whatever. And so he was saying like, wow, deja vu.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, your experience is similar, right?
Yes, my experience was exactly the same. You know, my seat was higher, about like we said before, 5 centimeters, higher than normal than what it is now.
Yeah, we're gonna dial right into this.
So what did I do? I went back to a bike shop. What they did is sell me another saddle. So I brought it to him.
Yeah, it was cushy. They brought a real cushy saddle, all kinds of padding, effectively making his saddle even higher.
Yeah. So he told me bring the same saddle, the different one.
Yeah, it was a Cell Italia. Yeah, I think the turbo saddle.
Exactly.
Turbo. Yeah. He had a turbo saddle, which they had him buy a gel, like a more padded saddle. I tell you, no, bring that one that doesn't have the padding. It looked almost like a Cell Italia style saddle, the racy looking. Ended up being more comfortable for him. Before he got to SMP, we set him up on that saddle and he was very happy.
Right.
So instead of them dealing with the saddle height, they sold him a cushier saddle.
Cushier saddle, exactly. So what I share with that gentleman that just
Ervin Kroeker,
is that when the saddle is not set right, I felt I was through the same experience as he did. Meaning that my saddle was higher and my pain was just very, just painful between
your legs, just trying to pedal and then using your quads. Yeah.
Now, I was also an experienced rider. That was like some 15, 20 something years riding. I thought that was the norm.
Oh, so you thought everybody that rides bike are uncomfortable?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I thought that's
the norm.
That's the norm. So until when you put my bike right here and fitted me, I found the difference. The first reaction was like,
Yeah, that's what Ervin's saying. Wow,
Yeah.
I finally know what he means by
That's-
sitting in the saddle.
What actually makes a difference in the fitting is if you don't know, try it. If you don't know, just try it. Why not?
You're not supposed to be uncomfortable. Everybody
Why
watching this video, the reason we're doing this is to let all cyclists know, regardless of how long you've been riding. I read Ervin's experience.
Yes.
I read Paul. Paul's been riding with the Continental Airlines cycling team.
Yes.
So he has a lot of experience with the wrong fit. So that means he was riding below his potential all those years.
Right.
So whether you've been like Ervin 30 years or just starting out,
Exactly.
like you said earlier, you said it might be $250, $300, but let's look at it this way. Your fit is the first thing you want to do that will give you enjoyment and speed. Your comfort cannot be compromised. You're better off spending the $300 or $200, whatever it is, to get a good fit, because you got to be picky where you go, because not all fitters know what they're doing. If they don't listen to you and solicit feedback, that's not the right one. I got a video here, I'll put a link on how to select a local fitter. If you're not happy with anybody locally, I will also put a link for you to use our remote service. Because if they're not talking to you, they're not good for you. Right. And you need to make sure that you get that bike fitted to you, because spending your money on $3,000 carbon wheels, it's not going to make you faster if you have a bad fit.
Right.
That's not more important. Your fit, your body is more than 80% of the drag.
Yeah.
So if you're not fitted, you're wasting your money on everything else. And that's why I talk about fit, then your kit, because the body. You deal with the body, you see my bikes, I don't have any fancy wheels on.
Yeah.
I have regular wheels. Those are Campagnolo, which one is that one? I think this is a Urus, that's a Neutron wheel, they're more than 10 years old. And I've got Zondas and whatever. We had somebody on the channel thanking me for mentioning Zondas because he bought a pair, $300 and something for the set of wheels, and he's very happy with it. I'm not saying that carbon wheels are not fast. What I'm saying is, if you're not already fast and fitted, you're not going to get the benefits of the carbon wheels.
Right.
Period. That's the point I'm making.
Right.
You know, they're not lying to you when they say these wheels are faster. They roll better, but you got to already be able to roll.
That's so true.
You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. If you're not rolling, say, in excess of 32 kilometers an hour, a lot of the aerodynamic benefits don't kick in until your speed, I think it's been proven, I think it's like 32 is the sweet spot, which is 20 miles an hour. Right. Once you get above that, it just rolls better. Of course, as you go faster, it rolls even better. So how are you going to get fast if you're uncomfortable? You're not going to ride enough to get fast.
Right.
So it's a cycle. So you want to start with your fit first, then your kit, so the air can slice around you. Don't skip on the kit. The fit of your kit doesn't need to be super expensive. It need to fit you well.
Yeah.
It's like second skin.
Yeah, it's just good to hear someone sharing the same experience as I did. When you read that,
read
that, it was just like,
it touched me when I read it. I mean, like you know what touched me was, guys, and even you, Paul. He said, "I had to let you know."
Yes.
Now
that was the key.
That's deep, though. As I say that right now, I get like a warm feeling, an emotional feeling.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not usually a very emotional guy,
yeah.
but I said that because there's a point he's making in that email. He had no choice. Right. He had to let me know. He was driven to let me know. Yeah. His experience was almost like, somebody used the word on the channel, glorious, one day when I did something with the Campagnolo shifting. Right. He said that for me to show how to shift was glorious, meaning most people would assume that all the viewers already know that. Why bother showing it? Why teach the alphabet when we can all read? Right. And he said it was so glorious to see me go back to the basic act of shifting. And I'm trying to correlate that to saying that this guy is saying, I had to let you know. What it means is I was moved. Yeah. That's what I got. So when I read the email, man, I sat back and I told him I'm going to put his testimony on the website. Right. On Veloharmony.com. I have a testimonial page. And I will be, so I'm glad Paul was here. So this is the video we're doing. I was going to do a video alone. And I remember Clive and the other guys in the UK have been talking about getting Paul in the studio. So since he was here,
yes, hi guys.
We thought we'd do that. So do not skimp on your fit. The challenge we're having, we started the remote fit service because once I started the channel, problem we're having is people are having problems getting a good fitter. And so even though I made the video that they requested on how to select a good fitter, they still weren't happy. So then I was kind of moved into setting up a remote fit service for people where I use Google Drive and whatever and guide them. But only certain people want to do that because you still have to be a little handy.
Right.
I mean, Paul is 15 minutes from me by car, and his saddle broke, and he's been having a challenge getting the fore aft. He's got the same saddle, but because we changed the seat post broke, not the saddle. Because we changed the seat post, what's happening is he's having trouble dialing in the fore aft. So we're gonna check his saddle height and do his fore aft in a little bit. But that's another video. So I just wanted you guys to know that we're just letting you know, do not skimp on your fit. We'll make that the title of this video.
Right.
So no matter what, keep getting your K's in. Thanks to Paul, I've been
Fit is everything.
Fit is everything. Thanks to Paul, I've been pulled away. I've been pulled out into. It was cold today. We did the second day of the Rafa Festive 500. I have an ear infection. It's not one of those that's affecting my inner ear or the middle ear, whichever controls your balance. I have no problems with my balance. It's just the discomfort. Every heartbeat sends a discomfort to my ear. And so I've been taking ibuprofen to keep the pain under control while I'm using ear drops now because I started with antibiotics. It started making me nauseous and giving me like itchy skin. So we're gonna try a different antibiotic, but somehow I got some kind of ear infection. But no fever, no nothing. I've already gone through that phase. That was last Thursday. So regardless of what I'm going through, the Festive 500 has driven me to get out there. So today we did a recovery spin. I'm feeling better. After I eat tonight and everything, get up in the morning, we're gonna do a longer ride tomorrow. So just wanted to share this while he's here. Okay, guys? Do your fit.
Take care.
All right, good job.